Well, welcome everybody to the Web3 and AI Business Show brought to you by Tokenization. And my name is Rob. Today I have with me Hamang. Hamang, hello, welcome.
Hello, Rob, and greetings, everyone. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you for being here and thank you for providing your inputs on the smart contract and blockchain development related issues. We're going to talk today about the asset tokenization and what's involved there. For smart contracts. So for those of you not aware, asset tokenization is where you bring real life assets on the blockchain through this technology to kind of make things more efficient, reduce costs, have instant settlements, and many more benefits compared to the legacy setup of this technology. So basically digitizes different types of assets. An example is stablecoins are doing this. They're taking real US dollars or euros or yen and they're putting it on the blockchain. But other assets could be imagined, any asset that you can think of course, gold, precious metals, any other assets you can tokenize in this way and have the benefits that the blockchain provides here. I want to quickly mention as well that we actually have a ready-made product around this called TMX Tokenize, where you can just log in and tokenize your assets and have a whole setup for that. But today we're specifically going to talk about just building it from scratch. What's needed, what's relevant. So let's dive right into it. What are the business roles of smart contracts in this sense?
Yep, sure. So the business also of the smart contract first is going to be, of course, the creation of the token and managing it, how it works. So the smart contracts, which we are going to design, are going to be used to remove the use for the manual locks. So it's going to have an ownership updates, and it's going to be on a real time. And also, it's mostly used for the C-suite executives to mainly maintain it. And then comes the regulatory compliance, where the smart contracts are going to be compliant with all the KYC, AML, and investor checks, and also it's going to be in adherence with all the new checks which are coming, and also the Genius checks and everything around it. And then there's going to be the automated financial workflows. So whenever we talk about smart contract, we know that the payment is on crypto and it's on blockchain, so it's of course automated. It's borderless transactions happening all around. And then comes the fraud reduction and security. So because of implementation of Web3 and smart contracts, it can work as a neutral agent. So it removes fraud security and you can trace by the transaction. So it's enhancing security. And then comes the market liquidity. As we know, the liquidity around all the markets is quite heavy. Almost all the institutional investors are right now putting up on their stablecoin. So which is also increasing the liquidity of the market on a very high scale. So these are kind of the business use cases uh, uh, for that one.
Yeah, for sure. The market liquidity is a big one. To actually have access to the worldwide trading partners for those kind of assets in an automated way. So that's what the blockchain technology definitely brings there. Obviously, the lower cost, removing middlemen, faster settlements, and of course, transparency. The blockchain is a transparent tool for tracking and tracing what's happening with those assets. A couple of case studies where we would see some adoption in real estate, private equity, commodities we already mentioned. There's also some gaming and Web3 applications that are using asset tokenization. But let's talk a little bit more about the risk here from a blockchain development perspective.
Yep, definitely. So the biggest risk that we always see in smart contracts are the bugs which come in the play. So I would just quote a very recent bug which just happened 2 days back. It was a balancer V2, and it drained out of around $69 million of the protocol. So what I'm trying to say is audit is very required. Even if you know that you're a very best developer, you must go with an audit. So to mitigate this risk, you just always go for an external audits and even go for few more audits. Then comes the language, which will be for the wider perspective to get the ecosystem. We should use the mostly known language like Solidity or Rust. And then comes the governance. So in the governance, we can use the stablecoin platform, which uses multi-admin control to handle all the treasuries and everything. And then comes the Oracle dependency because the smart contracts are not connected with the Web3. So verified oracles like Chainlink are used to get the data inside the flow of the smart contract. And then the regulation, like to know about different region and the compliances must be built inside the operations.
Understood. Thank you, Amang. A couple of things for executives to take into account. Obviously, the token standard to pick there. What partner you're gonna use. As mentioned, Tokenize is a potential partner for this as well. We do it for many of our clients. What systems you want to actually integrate with, what custody tools you're gonna take. So these are all things we're advising our clients on as well, whether it's from the compliance side or the technical side. We have a little bit of data here on the growth. This is starting from 2019 to 2024, where we see the entire real world asset market growing quite substantially, and it's still going. It's still quite a strong growth for this particular market. And it's a little bit more linear compared to like the parabolic growth of the normal crypto assets in the space. So yeah, I would encourage everybody to take a look at this article for further information about smart contracts for digital assets, or rather tokenized assets. And for now, thank you so much for watching and listening, and see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.